Toast, toast. All right, let's go ahead and pull up a challenge. Hold on, let me see that it's streaming right. Yeah, it looks okay. I've been having a lot of mic problems, but it seems like it's working now. All right, still on easy level. Well, we actually went from very easy to easy. So yeah, days in a month. Create a function that takes the month and year as integers and returns the number of days in that month. This is going to be embarrassing because I have no idea what months have what days. Okay, so we're going to have to name a function called days and then just feed it in number, month, and the year. Month and year. 654. All right. And I'm not familiar with playing with dates in JavaScript. So I might start there and see if there's a... Why do we need the year? Doesn't all February have X amount of days? Days in each month. Oh no, they change. Or do they not? So February changes. 28 days during most years, 29 during leap years. Okay, so let me see if there's a function for dates in JavaScript. I mean, I know there is, but let's read about it. Let me zoom this in. All right, date objects are created with the new date constructor. Year and month, that's what we want. So year and then month. So new date. I actually have never used the new anything. RD equals new date. Okay, so let's try that first, just to create a new date. So first off, as an example of what the challenge wants, we'll paste that example. And then let's try to create a const, I don't know, my date equals, what was it, new date? New date. And can we just do like, for the year first, so can we just do 2018 and then 2? And is that like, let's see if we throw it to the console what it looks like. Oh, awesome. Wait, 10? Why October? Whoosh. Year and month. Year, month, day. From 0 to 11. Oh. January is 0. Okay, so in the challenge, is that Is that how they're giving it to us? Doubt it. No. They have a 1 to 12. So this really, the new date we created is really March. So the month, so day and then month. Month is there in the console. All right, but anyway, we want the number. Yeah, we want the number. The whole challenge is to take in the year and the month and give the number of days. So once we have a date object, we can extract the days probably just by saying like dot days. Nope. But I bet it's going to be something like that. Let's look it up. I don't see how to extract the month. So get days from date JavaScript. Wait, that doesn't make sense. We can get the date. But if we don't specify the day, what will it give us on a date object? Because we haven't specified it there above. And if we put get date, it just goes to 1 by default. Let's look at the tests in the challenge to see. So every we just need the last day. So we need the last day of the specified month and year. God, I am not familiar with this date object whatsoever. Get date. So instead of 1, how do we tell it to give us like my date? This is the year, this is the month. And how do we specify day? My date.getDate is 1. And then my date by itself is what again? So 2018, the year. I thought 10 was the day, but maybe not. 3 is the month. Maybe I'm going about this wrong using my date, like a date function at all. We can go ahead and look at the resources, some hints. Not just date. year, month, day. Oh, I guess we could do some kind of test, like if leap year. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do a dictionary to match the normal days and months? Months with days. Trying to see if there's an easy way to copy and paste months. So the only thing we need to worry about is February. So okay. So let me make a dictionary. And then test if it's a leap year. So for, oh, here's the problem. For so const, I don't know, max days in month equals, God, I'm not even really too familiar with dictionaries, so spare with me. Bear with me. I think that's the syntax. Let me look up JavaScript dictionary syntax. Yeah, key, colon, and then value, comma, key, colon, value. Oh, comma. So not, okay, so not semicolon. All right, 0, 31, 1, usually 28, but that's the one we have to adjust for if it's a leap year. 2, 31. Am I doing this freaking right? Can I have 2 integers here as keys and values in a dictionary? I've actually never seen that, but I don't see why we can't. 3, 30. 4, 31. This one's a lot of grunt work. Might actually go over my allotted space. think there's no problem with just pressing enter. Keep it clean. All right, almost done. And let's just test this even works, because I'm so unfamiliar with even using dictionaries. So console.log max days in month. And no, I have an error. It's wrong. Oh, missing. Console.log max days in month. Wrong. Is it one and all on the same line? Oh, I forgot a comma. There it goes. There it is. Get rid of that semicolon. All right, and you look over the console, it's at least the dictionary is nice. Did it make all of the keys strings? Huh. Let's test that out. So 0, January, 31. What type of number? Now, if I put 31 in here, will it give me 0? No. How do I extract the key? And maybe you can't, which is fine. We don't need to. But that's interesting. I don't know why it's showing up as a string in the console. But I guess it really doesn't matter. Okay, so now that we have that, most of the time we're just gonna be plugging in a key and then asking for the value, but we have to account for February. So how do we do that? We have our dictionary set. They're going to give us the month and the year. So let's go ahead and make that a date object. My date. New, is it capital D? Date? New date to 2018 again. And then we need a test, like let's send this to the console and make sure it looks good. What? What's wrong? Always giving me problems. All right, let's delete this line so we're not confused. Like I'm confused. All right, so my date is working. Now we need to test if this is a leap year. So what is a leap year? I don't even freaking know. So usually February is 28 days, but 29 in leap years. So how do you know if it's a leap year? How do you know if it's a leap year? In order to find leap years, Wow, this is more than I thought it would be. I thought this was just like a side thing. Determine if it's a leap year JavaScript. Maybe there's some kind of built-in little thing. Is year divisible by 4? Is year divisible by 100? So all these tests have to be true? Is year divisible by 100? Okay. Oh, no, wait. Oh my God. So yes and no to this first one. So is year divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100? And it's a leap year. Okay, let me write out, I guess, this logic. I feel like there should be just an easier way, but maybe not. How many tests are we going to need? Is year divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100? You can do that easily. No, leap year. And then these 3 tests, if they're true, then it's a leap year. Okay, let me write that. So we want divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100. So year divisible by 4 divided by 4 or modulus. So modulus 4, where's modulus? So modulus 4 we want equal to 0. It means divisible by 4. And not divisible by 100. Year modulus modulus 100 not equal to, do I have to do 2 on not equals? I don't think so. I think that's fine. Not equal to 0. Days equal or return or let's console.log it first. Console.log, just what was it, 28? Or no, normally it's 28, 29 for the leap years. Okay. And then we're going to modify year when I figure out how to extract it from the date. But let me year. So if, what's our second test? Divisible by 4, yes. Not divisible by 100. We just did that one. But this second one, that's a leap year. Divisible by 4, divisible by 100, and divisible by 400. So 400, 400. 400, 400. So 400 What was the last one? 400? I wonder if we, well, I don't want to do an or, that'll look ugly on one line. We'll just do to separate them by 2. So we run these 2 tests first. If not, we just go to our dictionary, and that's it. So now let's year. So year is just going to be fed to us. What are they calling it though? Month and year. Okay, cool. So they're just giving us year. Can we just use it as is? I don't think we need this date stuff. Let's just make, let's test it out. Let's say month, that's what they're giving us, right? Month and year? Yeah, month and year. Let's say month that they give us is 2, which is really March. And then year equals whatever. I don't think it matters, right? Let's put this above the if statements and see if it works. Oh, you need 3 equals to compare with 0? Okay. I don't know why, but that's fine. Usually the 3 equals is to match the type too, as well as the value. I don't know why 0 is special, but it doesn't change anything. So our console is showing nothing right now. So basically it's saying 1900 is not a March of 1900 is not a leap year. But leap years are only February, right? Or yeah, February. So let's change this to 1 and change this to, I don't know, 20. So February of 2020 is a leap year according to our algorithm. Let's see if that's actually true. February 2020, a leap year? Question mark? Yep, leap day, I guess. So that worked. Let's test one more. Or let's just say, what are the leap years? What are the leap years? Cool. So let's test just a random one. February of 1972. So February 1972. Yep, 29. And let's change it to 71 and nothing. That's working. We're good. We're getting somewhere. Okay, let's go ahead. So if it's not a leap year, we just want it to return how many days in our dictionary. So console.log max days in month. Let's go ahead and do the month, but we need to subtract 1 because they're giving us the month starting at 1 and we're starting at 0. So month minus 1. Month minus 1. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. It's not right for the. It'll be right when we use it in our function. I'm pretty sure. So let me start writing the actual function. I think maybe should have started right away writing the actual function. Might be easy. And I'm just going to keep, should I keep that? Okay, so first comes our two if statements to make sure it's not a leap year. And if it is, it's easy. We just shoot out 29. Now, if it's, of course, we're going to have to change this to return instead of console.log. We're making it a function now. We need to give a value and get a value back. In this case, we're giving two values and getting one back. Okay, so it passes those two if statements. Now we just need to refer to our dictionary. And to do that, let's go ahead and put in our dictionary, first of all. And then we want to return, what was our return line? There it is. Max days in month, the index month minus 1. So it's going to find the key, that key that corresponds to the days in the month. That made any sense? And I'm going to delete all this, not get confused. Here's our function. I'm sure it'll need to be tweaked, but now we can test it. So console.log, our function is named days. Okay, days. And then what are we feeding it? We're going to give it a month. Just say 1 or 0, whatever. Or no, it's not going to be 0. It's going to be maybe, so they're not giving us an array. They're just giving us two numbers. Yes. I don't know what this type is called when it's not an array, just in the parentheses. But anyway, I guess we can say type of. Little sidetrack. Hold on. Let's see what that type is. So number, comma, whatever. What is this type called? Type. Okay, it just says number. So I guess it's still an array, right? Because it's numbers, but I don't know. I would love to know the distinction between parentheses and the brackets. I'm sure it's a different type, but here it's just saying number. So to be continued on that, I guess. All right, back to testing our function. So according to this, January 2017 is not a leap year, which is great. Yeah, which is great. And then it's telling us that it has 31 days. And I think that's right. So let's test an actual leap year using our list of leap years. So 2,396. So weird to think that that'll be a time exists. So February of 2,396. And we want to get back 29. Yep. I think we're good. Let's copy and paste. God damn, this was a tough one. They're getting tough. All right. And I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. Let me just pretty it up. Oh, okay, never mind. All right, let's hit check. Cool. That was hard. Super hard. Let's check out the solutions. Oh my god, there's a one-liner. All that freaking work. Oh god. Function, days, month, year, return, new dates. They use that date thing. Year, month, 0. Get date. Why? Why does that work? Why in the world does that work? Look at my ugly function right next to it. How does that work? How does you, like, you're setting the day to 0? What? Is that just some kind of, like, JavaScript just freaks out and is like, oh, I'll just give you the max? So actually, let's console.log this, see what's going on. And let's keep it understandable and say year equals 1902, month equals 11. So that 0 get date gives us the days. Without the 0, it's gonna say 1, right? 1 or 0. 1. But with the 0, it says it maxes out. Like what the, like what? Why? Zero in new date JavaScript. That's really strange logic that it would give you the max when you put 0. That's a really unsatisfying solution, because it's kind of like, it's just a weird quirk. It seems like it doesn't seem like it's following some kind of logic. Look at all that work compared to that. That I don't even know. Yeah, here's another person who used 0. Well, I guess if we're ever in that situation again and we want the max of at least days, put 0. I did the most work by lines of anyone. This thing, I have the ugliest solution of everyone who submitted. That should count for something. All right, thank God that's over. Pull up another one. Forget that it ever existed. Oh, great. Return the factorial. Create a function that takes an integer and returns the factorial of that integer. That is, the integer multiplied by all positive lower integers. So 3 becomes 3 times 2 times 1, 6. Assume all inputs are greater than or equal to 0. Factorial of 0 equals 1. Why? 0 times 0 is 0. Okay. 1, 0, factorial equals 1. We can program that in. All right, so we're giving an integer and we want an integer back, like that. Nice and simple. We'll make num equal 3. I'm thinking we're just going to do a for loop. I know probably the top answer will have recursion, but I'm really bad at recursion. So maybe we'll do it the standard way, or the not standard way, but using a for loop, and then we'll go back and try to tweak it to the recursion way. So anyway, we want to start at our number. So let x equal num. And then we want to go till 0. So x, as long as x is greater than 0, we want to keep on going. Then we want to subtract 1 from x every time. And then we need some kind of count, right? Or sum, product. I guess count. Count equals 0. So on our first iteration, we don't actually want to do anything, huh? Or maybe we do. So this first iteration, we want we want x is greater than 1. I think we want x is greater than 1 because we never want to times by 0. Let me see. So we want num count plus equal num times num minus 1. Let's console.log that, but probably gonna have to tweak it. Count. So that's wrong. Let's see why. So 3 times 2 times 1 is 6. So our first iteration, x is 3. X is greater than 1, so it's gonna do its thing. The count equals the count plus the 0 plus 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so 6 is our count on the first iteration. Second iteration, x is equal to 2. So the count is equal to 6 plus 2 times 1. Is that wrong? 6 plus 2 is 8. What am I doing wrong here? I just divide by 2. Take the answer I understand, then divide by 2. It feels like cheating, kind of. But would it work for all the answers? So what is 4? 4 times 3, 12 times 2, 20, 24. No, so it doesn't even work anyway. So I don't want the count plus, I want the count times equals. Yes? 4 times 3 times, yeah. Is that right? Definitely not right. Maybe count. Oh damn, that's right, but not right for. I bet it's gonna fall apart for 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Yeah, times 2. Huh. So each time we're timesing, and then that product, we're timesing to the lower one. Let me try this. Count equals. That's got to be num times num minus 1. Works for 2. It works for 3. And it doesn't work for 4. I don't know. We want to start at the number. We want to times itself times 1 less than it, as long as it's not 0. Like if it's 5, 5 times 4 is 20. And that product, we're again timesing by it. So to me, it seems like that logic would work. Count times equal. Num times num minus 1. But why doesn't that work? Oh, count has to equal 0. Yeah, count. Oh, counting, or 1, right? That work? How do I like that? This is so bad. I'm just guessing. I feel like I'm close though. No, so that's wrong. Why is 3 wrong? So let x equal 3. 3 is greater than 1. Oh, stupid. What? I'm trying to do too much here. I'm mixing up my number and my count. So my number is going to be like 3. My count, I think I can just start at 1. Let's see. So x equals 3. 3 is greater than 1, true. The count is starting at 1. Count equals 1 times 3 minus 1, 2. Oh, but then I want to... Ooh, what if I do x times... Right? Oh my god, did you freeze up on me? All right, you know what? I'm gonna stop wasting any more time, look at the answer, and then work my way backwards and understand it, because I don't want to waste any more time. It's just silly. Especially when it's frozen up on me. It feel like I was kind of close though. Probably not. All right, let's do the unthinkable and give up. Ah, so painful. No experience. Function factorial int. If int is less than 1, return 1. That's what they were saying before in the notes, like if it's 0, just return 1. Else, return the integer. No, let's just copy and paste this. Factorial of, we'll start with 0, and we're supposed to get 1, and we do. So if integer is less than 1, return 1. So that's just per the challenge. They said if factorial of 0 is 1. Else, return integer times the factorial, the function factorial, int minus 1. Let's go ahead and do 1 and see what, so 1 gives us 1 as well, but let's run through it. So if 1 is less than 1, false. Else, return int 1 times the factorial of 1 minus 1 is 0. So 1 times 1 will be 1. Okay. Fine. We do 2. We get back 2. Let's go through it. If 2 is less than 1, that's false, so we skip that. Else, return, let's write this out maybe. So return 2 times the factorial of 2 minus 1, which is 1. So let's go back and run factorial of 1. Return integer. So instead of this whole factorial of 2 minus 1, we now can replace that with return the integer. So in that case, it's 1. And then times the factorial of int minus 1. Or 1 minus 1. And then this we can replace with factorial of 0, which we know is just 1. So 2 times 1 times 1. God, I do not like recursive. It's just too much inception-y. I can't keep track of it in my head. I mean, I guess I could write it down like that, but it just doesn't. It just doesn't, like some part of my logic brain just doesn't accept it, doesn't like it. Just gotta keep working with it, I guess. It kind of helped a little, like putting parentheses around the whole thing and then just replacing it with each iteration, that whole statement. Just nesting it and nesting it and nesting it. And I would say I'm going to quit when I'm ahead, but I don't feel very ahead. But I'm still going to quit. Thanks for checking this out. Next time.